So you were with us for our West Side video, hopefully. If not, don't worry, we're gonna cover all the same stuff, and you can always go back and watch it again. But we're gonna talk about the heart and soul of JCD and Hobby. My personal favorite location, because it's the one I'm the most sentimental about working with. I think you'd be probably the same way.
Yes.
It's got just the most fun everything. Not to disparage any other location, but this is this is like the Super Bowl of JCD and Hobby. We're talking about JCD and Hobby Southside. So come on with me and let's talk to Raven and Skylar about a bunch of cool stuff that's in this building that I can't wait to share with you guys. Let's go. Oh, it's locked. For media, look at this. Do you see that giant aisle there? Here, the other side of it, and the other side of it, that is all DVDs, Blu-rays, box sets, all sorted, alphabetized. Here's TV show box sets. But then remember I talked about the horror movie section at West Side. Great section, but it's got nothing on the Southside section. From here, clear to here, that is all alphabetized horror films. And they're not just random garbage. This is good stuff. This is Club Dread. That's one of my favorites. Friday the 13th 4-pack. We have a Friday the 13th coming up this Friday, I believe. That's 2 days from now from when we're recording this. This is a must-have set if you're going to be watching those with your kids or something. Hostel Part 2, Holidays, It Comes at Night. It's a legendary horror selection, honestly. There's just weird deep cut stuff you can find, like Messengers 2, The Scarecrow. I was just telling a coworker about this, and I was like, yeah, there's a killer scarecrow in it. You come here, get it for just $3.99. And with the spooky season coming up, there's no better selection in all of Des Moines, I would say, for pre-owned horror films. Sleepy Hollow, The Stand, Stage Fright. There's a lot of great titles here. And right next to the horror movies, fittingly, we have children and family films. So we got, oh my gosh, Turbo Power Rangers movie. I actually need this. I'm going to keep this out. This is mine, all right? I'm taking that home with me. And speaking of Power Rangers, look at this Power Ranger selection. From here to here, we got Mighty Morphin, In Space, Dino Thunder, Lost Galaxy, Zeo. That's like, you could basically own the entire run of Power Rangers. And I've seen these box sets come and go at Jay's all the time. It's stuff like that. Clone Wars DVD box sets, those are super hard to find nowadays. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles has had a tumultuous history of media. And here it's like you got Volume 1, 2, and 3. You got The Search for Splinter from the 2003 series. Looney Tunes, Yu-Gi-Oh! Look at all these Yu-Gi-Oh! DVDs. Oh my gosh. I would freak as a kid if I walked in here and seen that. Or these Dragon Ball GT DVDs. I remember seeing those at Walmart all the time as a kid. And you run right over here. We've got Blu-ray of children and family films. We've got our, tried and true superhero section divided up into DVDs and Blu-rays. And also, look at this box set. Isn't this like nostalgia in a single box? Remember when there was no MCU, when Iron Man wasn't a thing yet? You had X-Men, you had Ben Affleck as Daredevil, you had the Fantastic Four with my girl Jessica Alba. The Resident Evil Blu-ray box set, this thing is sick. I know those movies are not necessarily the most popular, but this box set, I mean, we all like Mila Jovovich at least, right? You?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, come on. So we got Blu-rays of, here, from A clear to Z. That's our Blu-ray section. It's a great section. And I think the general rule of thumb we like to do at Jay's is we try to have at least 2 copies of every title. So if you come back and look at this section, from here, that's A, clear to Z, we try to have 2 copies of every single movie on the shelf. Sometimes that's hard to do with harder to find titles, but if you're looking for a copy of Matrix Reloaded, or The Wedding Crashers, or Batman Begins, I know that we could hook you up with boxes full of those, because we have just the most extensive backlog of movies that we're constantly cycling out. So you'll come in one day, you can come in the next day, and it won't be the same movies again. And if you're a mass media collector like I am, or my friends are, there's so many days that we have come in and just picked stacks of movies off the shelf. And if you buy 3, you get the 4th one free for used media. That's awesome. Oh, dude, Mask! Special edition director's cut. That's going to be a buy for me also.
My name is Raven. I run the anime department. I love anime. And this is my anime case. We carry brand new titles, pre-owned titles, everything from your classic Studio Ghibli to shonens like Dragon Ball Z, Fairy Tail, One Piece, even to brand new and limited edition products as well. Everything we carry, we try our best to price as low as possible for the benefit of the customer base and for the profit of the store. So we do not price full retail on the brand new items. You also get a really good deal when you buy pre-owned, because we also have a buy 3 get 1 free deal, which I always promote to our customers. Here is our TCG area. We carry everything from the trifecta. You've got Pokemon, Magic, The Gathering, and Yu-Gi-Oh! But we also carry Digimon and One Piece, things like that. We host tournaments for these card games specifically. Saturdays, we've got Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh! And One Piece. Thursdays, we host Magic the Gathering, and then Pokemon is on Thursdays, but it goes between both of our stores. So over here, we have our pre-owned cards. Carry everything from vintage, out of print, first edition, whatever you can imagine. Magic the Gathering, we have 2 separate kinds of cases, one for standard format for the people that play that, and then we also carry modern and vintage cards as well for those formats.
And you said you didn't know anything about Magic.
That's all I got.
Well, it's more than I know. So we do have sports cards, but I want to cover those more when we're talking to a bona fide expert when we cover the Merle Hay location. But right over here, we had video games. Pikmin 2 for the GameCube. Look at these Resident Evil titles. Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. That's one of my favorites. Code Veronica X. Mario Kart Double Dash. There are some hot titles in here. As well as DS titles like Time Hollow, Pokemon Black version. That stuff is sick. This is a amazing NES selection. You got Fester's Quest, Final Fantasy, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, Dig Dug. In this Super Nintendo section, I gotta find a copy of Madden 2001 and NFL Blitz. We do have a copy of No Mercy in here, so that's one that I'm looking for.
We've got great stuff like GameCube, Wii U, Wii, current product from Nintendo, Switch. We have new and used games, so you can get the newest titles every Tuesday and Friday here at JCD and Hobby. And if you're tired of playing the old Switch games, just bring it to our buying center. We can give you store credit so you can put it towards these games right here. We also have 3DS and DS games for those handheld people out there. Also PSP and Vita, PS1, PS2. Some great titles of PS2 we always have here. Great selection. You know, we have great games like the Mega Man Anniversary Collection. Star Wars Bounty Hunter is always a good one. I mean, we've got PS2 games that can start off at $3.99 and go all the way up to $50, $60 for those people that just love collecting PS2 games. We have PS3, which we have a great collection here. One great game that people always love to buy, The Last of Us. It's on Netflix now, I believe, isn't it?
HBO Max.
HBO Max, I'm sorry, HBO Max.
Or it's just Max now.
Oh, it's just Max, okay. Yeah. And of course the PS5. PS5 is the newest thing for PlayStation, and just like I said before, bring stuff into the buying center and get store credit. You can buy your great stuff here. But one great thing about JCD and Hobby, let's say you're lost a controller, lost another accessory like cords and stuff, we have it for you here. We have cases of controllers, accessories like AV cords and HD cords to make your classic systems into modern age TVs to make it look great. Also, we have the best collection, I feel, in the Midwest of vintage video games. I mean, everything from Atari, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, 64. I mean, the list goes on and on. We have just cases full of video games, and of course, some of the most hard to find systems. Like right now, we have this 3DO system. Don't see that in very many places. Of course, you get your usual stuff like Sega Genesis, Nintendo Wii. We've got our Super Nintendo, our N64, and for the collectors out there, we have complete in-box games. Like if you wanted to have a complete in-box Super Mario Kart from the Super Nintendo days, we've got it. We've got original NES Zelda game, The Legend of Zelda. That thing probably even has the map, which not a lot of people have. And then we have our super rare case of games that are very hard to find. We get anything from limited run to all sorts of things here at JCD and Hobby. And what do we have here? We actually have the fantastic prize, and that is currently a PlayStation 5. At our West Des Moines location and our Southside location, put in $2 to see if you can have a chance to win a PlayStation 5. I mean, how great would that be? You walk in and you just want to win this thing, you put a couple bucks in and you win it. I mean, that would be a great item to have for just a couple bucks.
Just walk out with a PS5. You have a copy of Spider-Man 2, I think.
No, that's the next one, another controller.
Oh, and a controller, yeah.
Yes. So it's the limited edition Spider-Man, though, with the controller.
Much like the West Side store, when you come right in, you're going to get all of the brand new action figure stuff. And here, we came on a good day, because we've got some really cool stuff. NECA, we got the Number of the Beast, Iron Maiden 40th Anniversary Eddie figure. I'm a huge Iron Maiden fan. I think you are as well, Jordan.
Yeah.
And this is my personal favorite album, so that's a great figure, as well as the 20th Anniversary of House 1000 Corpses. This re-release Captain Spaulding is super sick. TV show Chucky, as well as the original Chucky. Re-releases of the Ultimate Nightmare on Elm Street Freddy Krueger, The Nun, G.I. Joe Classified just dropped this awesome Desert Commando Snake Eyes. That's going to be a must-have for me. These glow-in-the-dark Universal Monsters. Like I said, it's a great time to be an action figure collector, and it's a great time to be a JCD and hobby shopper because all of this stuff is here today. As well as, look at these. These Popeye Classics figures. Someone, when we got these in, I was talking to a coworker, and they were like, who's going to buy these? Me. I'm the target audience. I love Popeye. Toonie Terrors, Diamond Select, Marvel Select, all that good stuff. Massive Universe. We even got those Super 7 strawberry shortcakes. My girlfriend's very excited about those. We do have the disc golf section, just like at the West Side store. That's over here as well. Disc golf bags and whatnot. This massive wall of Funko Pops. I can't tell. I want to say that the West Side has a larger Funko Pop selection, but that's the thing is, like, if you hit one store and they don't have what you're looking for, you can call right over to the other location and they'll hook you up more than likely. Because West Side excels at, like, Legos, the Funkos. They're probably about even when it comes to records. But what the Southside, I think, dominates in is action figures. Packaged action figures. We got an incredible Black Series selection. Knight of Ren, Grand Moff Tarkin. This cat, look at this. This Cad Bane Black Series. You know how hard the thing is to find? You're not going to find that in a GameStop. Super 7 2001 Space Odyssey figures. You got the whole wave, as well as these awesome Ninja Turtle Cobra Kai crossovers. Power of the Force, Episode 2, you know, Fanatics figures. Marvel. Look at these 90s cards. These bubbles are super nostalgic for a lot of people, even like X2 Street Fight Logan. That's awesome. These Marvel Universe 2 packs, we got tons and tons of those with the comics included. Marvel Legends, Super 7 Reaction, backstock NECA Ultimate figures, like this black and white Dracula. We just got in the Creature from the Black Lagoon, and that figure is gorgeous. More Toonie Terrors, Goliath from Gargoyles. These Godzilla figures have become really hard to find, but guess what? Jay's has got those. And this action figure wall basically just goes clear down there, and if you look up, you know, you never know if you go clear to the bottom, you look way up, you might miss something. This selection, like, you just look at this wall and your head spins because there's just so many options here. Anime figures, Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, He-Man. Look at these, Jordan. 2000X He-Man figures on card. We got He-Man, we got Merman, Stratos. This is martial arts He-Man, Samurai He-Man. You're not going to find these basically anywhere. That's the kind of stuff. Someone probably brought in this collection, sold it to us like this, and now you can walk in and get like a Back to the Future, hop in the DeLorean, you pop out in 2002 in a Toys R Us, and now you're looking at 2000X He-Man figures right next to Mattel Origins, Masterverse, that kind of stuff. G.I. Joe, Adventure Series, Indiana Jones. I almost want to say we have that entire wave still available here, as well as the Super 7 Ultimates. Lord of the Rings figures on card. Look at this Flaming Ring Wraith. And they're at great prices too. Like, you look on eBay, someone's going to be asking you probably $40 for this, but if you go into a Jay's, you can buy it at basically below what you would originally have paid for it at a Toys R Us when the movie first came out.
So in our back wall cases, we have everything from your graded comics that are super fun, out of print Funkos, which are all vaulted. We have Transformers, Star Wars, Marvel, DC, Power Rangers. We even have some autographed merchandise from Amy Johnson and
Amy Jo Johnson.
Amy Jo Johnson.
She's the Pink Mighty Morphin Ranger.
Yes. And then we have my favorite case, which is going to be my anime case. There's horror stuff too, but my anime case. And this is my favorite because it shows off all different kinds of franchises from No Game No Life. We even have bunny girls of your favorite waifus.
You totally disparaged my man Ari Lehman's autograph. He was the first Jason, And there's a autographed glow-in-the-dark mask, as well as 2 prints. And we got Monica Keene's autograph, who played Lori in Freddy vs. Jason, super underrated final girl. And that is Skeet Ulrich's autograph, who played Billy Loomis in the original Scream. And Raven wouldn't know all that because she only knows about Hatsune Miku and all that.
But she's beautiful.
Well, I don't have any problem with her, but you were just the Skeet Ulrich we're talking about. And these amazing 112 collectibles down here, Pyramid Head, Michael Myers, and Leatherface. Those, I believe that Michael Myers... Or no, the Leatherface would be the newest piece, and then...
No, Silent Hill.
Silent Hill's the newest one?
Yeah, we got that today.
That's awesome. I'm definitely going to have to snag that one as well.
You didn't even know.
So yeah, I did not know. These Mezco Cinema of Fear figures, those bring me right back to being in like a Blockbuster video in like 2005. The Edward Scissorhands, super cool. These 112 figures are beautiful. I recently got peer pressured into buying this Leatherface, and I do not regret it one bit. So, action figure case. The Masters of the Universe case puts the Westside case to shame here today. That could change, but I saw the Westside case, and looking at this one, look how much cool stuff is in here. We got 2000X figures, Masterverse Scareglow figure, these Sectars with the bug hands. I gotta show this off. This is one of the coolest toys that I've ever seen. So I forget this guy's name. I want to say it's like Arachnoid or something like that. But what you do is you'd stick your hand into this like a glove. Oh, your Sectar sits in the seat right here. He's like a bug guy. And then boom, you puppet the legs like this. This is like one of these awesome vintage toys. They don't make them like this anymore, but you can see cool stuff like this at Jay's every day. Masters of the Universe, that's like the best action figure line of all time, let's be honest.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like, sure, there's some people who may argue it's Star Wars, it's Ninja Turtles, but I mean, Masters of the Universe, where else are you gonna find a figure that stinks like my man Moss Man? Take a whiff of that guy. Mossy. Smells like pine. Stinkor. I mean, listen to these names. You can't beat these guys. And then you come right over here. We got the Star Wars case. And as I established at the Westside store, we a lot of times get graded stuff in. This is what I'm talking about. Look at these vintage graded figures. R2-D2, $349.99. And that is an 80. That's awesome. We got a Farm Boy Luke Skywalker. What's this guy's name? Prune Face. He's one of your favorites, right?
Oh, I love pruning.
Yeah. We got loose figures, Black Series figures, Clone Wars, a lot of clones. If you're an army builder, there's no place like Jay's to start a clone army. We got our wrestling case, and we got hard to find figures. We got CM Punks, we got Jerry Lawlers, we got RVD. I see a Chris Jericho, older Chris Jericho. I see a Ronda Rousey Ultimate figure. Right over here, we got Ninja Turtles, and they share a case with Power Rangers, and we got harder to find figures like a Pizza Faces down in there. That's one of my personal favorites. You got Ground Chuck, as well as right behind me, you got Ninja Turtle Ultimate figures. We get those in all the time, and they're beautiful. Glow-in-the-dark Mutagen Man. We got a slimy Donatello figure. Sewer Surfer Mike, that's one of my all-time favorites. Right over here, you got the Marvel case. Look at this collection of Spider-Mans and Captain Americas. So many great figures all clustered in the same place. Just waiting for a Captain America collector to show up and buy the whole set. Funko Pops behind me, of course. These awesome Super 7 Godzilla figures. Let's take a look at one of these. This Biollante. We've been waiting as Godzilla fans for years for a really good Biollante figure. And then Super 7 dropped us this Ultimate. Look at that beauty. She is gorgeous. And yes, Biollante is a girl for all you non-Godzilla fans. You know that was a girl?
No.
Yeah, it is. Over here we got our DC case, as well as it is neighboring the anime case. We got dinosaurs, Godzilla toys up the wazoo, D&D miniatures, Hero Clicks, all that kind of like small gaming piece stuff you can find in here. So many hours I have spent probably working here, just chatting with somebody as they are pulling through here trying to find the best miniatures for whatever campaign that they're working on. And there's a lot of people here that know a lot more about D&D than I do, and they would love to talk to you about it and give you pointers and hook you up with specific figures that might not be in the case that are in backstock or something like that. That's something you can always ask about. Over here we got Monster High, Funko. Our girl Brittany that works here, she's a huge Monster High fan, and she's making sure that all the figures are always complete when they hit. Everybody here is an expert in at least one thing, because a jack of all trades is a master of nothing, but oftentimes better than a master of one. That's the ending part of that thing. But a master of nothing. That's why you gotta have a team of people that are experts at things. I love Monster High, but I don't know anything about it. That's why I ask Brittany, hey, is this figure complete? And she can tell me if the doll is all there or not. Same with Legos, minifigures galore. Transformers split into Team Decepticon. Right over here we got Team Autobots split right down the middle. We try to keep it full of Autobots and Decepticons, both vintage and non. Here's our vintage case. Look at these Dinobots, are awesome. Man, the Southside just has everything. Look at that. That's a G1 Megatron. Holy shucks. G1 Optimus and G1 Megatron right next to each other. When are you going to see something like that? You're not going to. That's your answer. Except at JCD Hobby, specifically the Southside location. So right here, we got new this week graphic novels and trades, and there's actually a lot of really cool stuff this week. We picked a great day to do this. We got the Epic Collection Ghost Rider, Vengeance Reborn, Danny Ketch Ghost Rider. He was the second Ghost Rider. We got Godzilla, IDW Library Collection. This is super cool. This might honestly be a buy for me. Look at that. You got Desastroya fighting Anguirus. It's like borderline fan fiction stuff. Titanosaurus from Terror of Mechagodzilla. That's crazy. X-Force, new Darth Vader come out. Yeah, new release stuff. But look at this. You got hardcovers. You've got trades out the wazoo. You've got Vampirella. All the kind of like third-party stuff, or not third-party, it'd be like IDW, Dynamite, Boom Comics, Image Comics, stuff like that. Indie comics is what I'm trying to say. Blood, the Spire, we got Paper Girls, but obviously you got tried and trues. You got Superman, you got Suicide Squad, Spider-Man, New Mutants. Look at these Marvel Masterworks. These books are beautiful. It's Fantastic Four. Honestly, if you're trying to start a comic collection, this would be the greatest place to come and start, because look at that wall. And it's the other side too. If you want to just like lean over there, look at that. All that is trades also. They're all alphabetized, hardcovers, used comics that are half off. It's awesome. And then right next to me, back issues. You can look for anything. And it goes clear down here too. There is so many, you could spend hours in here just browsing comics. And we got graded vintage comics from 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Every now and again, something from the 90s was worth something. And every week we get new release comics. Like I said in our West Side video, we got a pull box system, works great. They've never let me down. Predator versus Wolverine. Look, the Predator is a scary dude, right?
Yeah.
He ain't beating Wolverine. Okay, Wolverine's got regenerative stuff. I haven't read this yet, but I'm like, cool matchup, but it ain't gonna work out well for him. Wolverine versus Alien, that would be a way better crossover, because the Alien has acid blood. So if the Wolverine is like cutting him up and the acid blood's hitting him, he'd be like regenerating his skin as he's doing it. But that'd be, I don't know, it'd be like you could have like tons of aliens and him cutting them up. Just wanted to talk about that real quick.
Here we have my manga department, which we carry both brand new and used as well. Brand new is going to be retail price of the books, but half price on all pre-owned manga, unless it is out of print. Up here I have all sets. Runs of things that have been out of print for a while, or just your favorite titles like Seven Deadly Sins. Good old Junji Ito, which if you like spooky stuff, that's what you're gonna get. If you like spooky, you can also get Promised Neverland, which is literally about harvesting orphans. Magical Girl manga. We also have Miyazaki manga, which not a lot of people realize that he made this, but Hayao Miyazaki. Ghibli. Read it.
So I really, really wanted to show you guys the game room, because the game room at Southside is like classic. It's like from that wall clear to this wall. It's huge. It's got tons of fun posters and all sorts of stuff like that. But I was specifically told by our girl Raven and Ashley that we're not allowed to show you it because it's a mess right now. So there is a game room here. The Southside also does a game room. Like Raven said, there's tournaments on Saturdays, Wednesdays, Tuesdays, whatever the hell. But just like the West Side store does, they do Gundam builds, they do D&D night. It's a whole fun thing, but I can't show it to you. So you just got to trust me that it's a place where things happen. There's an echo. Echo! See, it's real. There's a whole thing back there. And right over here, we've got vinyl records. Hip hop. That's a lot of hip hop, actually. Hip hop. Punk. Then it goes into alphabetized, but you've got Alice Cooper, Eric Clapton, Captain Beefheart, I guess, gets his own section. It's just as comprehensive, if not more so, than the West Side store, but our guys Pat and Mike are always on top of this stuff. We're a big participator in Record Store Day, so we get all kinds of cool stuff in on those days, as well as, look at these. Halloween music for rock and roll people. Just like fun stuff like this that you don't know when you're going to see it, but you come in and you're going to find it. Is it just nostalgia talking, or is it this one? This one's really, really good.
It's either that one or Iowa.
Iowa's really good also. And I mean, maybe, hey, speaking of which, but, okay, now here's the thing. I like Iowa a lot, and I like self-titled a lot, but this is a generational thing between you and I. I really, really dig All Hope Is Gone. This is a good album. Let us know what's your favorite Slipknot album. Oh, you know what? Okay, underrated Slipknot album, The Gray Chapter. I love this album. I tried to get you to listen to this. Give it another shot. You should.
Yeah, I'll try.
Oh, now here is a classic.
Ooh.
Ooh. Alanis Morissette. I love that album. This is gold. Do you know what this is?
No.
This is the Pixies. This is like the ultimate album for anyone that's like edgy and alt. So that was a ton of fun. Thank you guys so much for joining me on the JCD Hobby Southeast 14th store tour. Join me again in the Merle Hay location tour when we get around to that. Otherwise, if you want something else to watch, you can watch the Bow Show. And you can also check out our West Side location. But either way, thank you guys so much. And check out the store or check out our online presence on Whatnot, on the JCD Hobby official website. Anything else I'm forgetting?
No.
All right, that's it, guys.